Your question, since you raised the first question, Chairman, about why we pulled out of the Ecotech Pene project. The project, I stated it earlier in my speech. The project was tendered for in 2016. So the rates, as of today, they've got an age of about 8 years, getting closer to 9 years. We entered into a contract in May 2017, and we have been desperately waiting for advance payment. The advance payment amounted to 8.1 billion nairas by that time, 15% of the contract value, and the advance payment was paid over a period of 4 years. I think this is symbolic for the funding for that project. Continuously it was underfunded to provide sufficient financing to perform on site adequately. Secondly,
that was read by Mr. Senate President to us. I want to present your apology letter formally to the press and let them see that it's coming straight from Julius Berger. Thank you.
Distinguished Chairman of the Senate Committee on Works, Senator Mbigi, once more distinguished senators and esteemed members of the committee, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your introduction. Thank you very much for your welcome. I've got the letter here. I would like to go for some verbal statements first before presenting the letter to the media. I thank you, the Senate, and particularly this committee, for the opportunity to address matters of mutual importance to Nigeria and to Julius Berger. Chairman, I also like to tender my sincere apologies once more for our absence at earlier scheduled meetings, as stated in my letter, which I signed together with my executive colleague, Dr. Kaita, and sent to the Senate President, distinguished Senator Dr. Godswill Akpabio, GCON, and transmitted through you, the Chairman of this committee, Senator Barinada Mbigi. The absence was really not ill-intentioned or a sign of disrespect by Julius Berger, rather the unfortunate outcome of miscommunication during the leadership transition, as I just came into office in October. I thank the Senate in advance, and I thank you for your kind words, for acknowledging the letter and accepting our apologies. If I may, I would also like to appreciate His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his vision and leadership. His work towards reforming the forex market, improving the security, increasing the minimum wage, and ensuring critical infrastructure development are well-needed enablers of social and economic advancement. His renewed hope agenda paves the way for a more inclusive and prosperous nation, definitely, especially considering the infrastructure development scheme, which is to stimulate the economy, not just the construction economy, the economy as a whole. And distinguished senators, I understand frustrations that delays and challenges in project delivery may cause, but I believe our unquestionable track record of consistent, reliable delivery of major projects since 1965 in this country speaks for our unwavering commitment of project completion in this nation, and our continual investment in Nigeria reinforces that commitment. We've got a staff strength of 10,000 staff across Nigeria, inclusive of close to 300 international experts, providing diversity of knowledge and expertise. Taking into consideration the entire workforce, suppliers and subcontractors, and their families, it's even more than 150,000 Nigerians that can provide for their livelihood. We've got a machine power of more than 6,500 pieces of well-maintained plant and equipment in Nigeria, ready to be committed to projects in Nigeria. We've got permanent site installations. We're heavily invested in the west and south and in central of Nigeria. We're standing on a growing group of subsidiaries in Nigeria and an international affiliate in Germany that could even enable access to alternative funding options to support the development of priority infrastructure projects over here in Nigeria. We are a technical solution provider. We are innovation driver. We're working as per global best standards and international standards. ISO certified, and we do not compromise quality, by no means. We deliver, and we deliver long-lasting results, yeah? Just like this building here that we're sitting in right now. And as a PLC being listed at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, that also further underpins our transparency and integrity. The trust that our clients, our community, staff and shareholders have placed in us over the last years is of utmost value to us. I assure you sincerely, Julius Berger is as invested into Nigeria's development just like the committee that we're standing before. There is no big difference. But yet at times, it's hindered by challenges outside our control, especially for overaged contracts, for overaged projects, and even more so in recent years due to the market realities and pressures from macroeconomic environment, the inflation, naira devaluation, higher interest rates and rising costs. They have introduced extra challenges for us, resulting in the need to address augmentations of contract rates to our employers, to our clients, to ensure the viability of the projects. This is also the case for the project that we have been invited here to discuss, the Odopani Icodec Pena Road, where the unit rates were negotiated in 2016, so 8 years ago, almost 9 years, or going up to 9 years. And due to underfunding and serious delays in payment, the project timelines have overstretched. But I think we will still speak about that one. And respectfully, closing, I would like to close with a request to the Senate to safeguard the industry as a whole, because the issues that we're discussing here today in regards to overaged projects, that they are not unique to this project at hand. They rather apply to Julius Berger and to the construction industry as a whole, and specifically to support us and to protect due process and the adherence to contractual cooperation. Proactive Senate intervention may resolve challenges and send a very strong signal to investors and stakeholders out there. We really look forward to working closely with this distinguished committee, the Federal Ministry of Works, our employer, and other stakeholders to resolve outstanding issues and deliver progress. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, distinguished senators of this committee, for your commitment and for this opportunity. We are available for questions. Thank you. No? To the chairman? To go there? May I bring it? The letter of apology.
Being here is just a kind of follow-up. We seeded our relationship with Julius Berger, and I think we are on the same page. So whatever thing you want to ask Julius Berger, we are also planning an oversight on 2 or 3 of their major projects. That will be work with the Secretariat and them. So right now, I don't think we are going back to their refusal before, because we concluded that one already with Mr. Julius Berger. If there's any question anybody wants to ask, maybe it should be ping on why they pull out of the Icodec Pena Road. What really happened on that road? That is a major question that I think should be asked right now. Otherwise, we just conclude with Julius Berger. We had our own in-house meeting, then we will discharge them, because I don't think there's any major change. Yes, sir.
Well, Chairman, thank you, but I don't want to ask a question on a particular road. I am concerned about Nigerian workers. I'm concerned about the condition of service of our workers. So I want to ask Julius Berger and your team. You mentioned that you have about 10,000 workers. How many of those workers are Nigerians? How many of them are foreigners? And secondly, how many of those workers are paid in foreign currencies? How many of them are paid in local currencies? I just thought this is very important. It's very, very important, because I've had I've had many.
Let me just clarify to Mr. Everything about Julius Berger right now, they are 100% Nigerian. So they are 100% Nigerian for now. But nobody is stopping him from answering the question. He will answer the question directly. Just take note of the question. Yes?
Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, Vice Chairman, distinguished colleagues, Julius Berger. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for the. I'm also very happy that with these new arrangements, that road being handled by Julius Berger will now begin to see the light of the day. You know that this was a great concern in the chamber on the day this matter was brought to the chamber. The only thing I have to say is that I commend you that you've been able to bring them back to the drawing board. And they've also realized their mistakes and written a formal apology to you, the Senate President, and Nigerians in general. So I think, like you rightly said, what is left is to dot the I's and cross the T's. And that is what you refer to the mini meeting that will be held. So, Mr. Chairman, that's all I have to say. Thank you for what
Your question, since you raised the first question, Chairman, about why we pulled out of the Otopani Ecotech cleanup project. The project, I stated it earlier in my speech. The project was tendered for in 2016. So the rates, as of today, they've got an age of about 8 years, getting closer to 9 years. We entered into a contract in May 2017, and we have been desperately waiting for advance payment. The advance payment amounted to 8.1 billion nairas by that time, 15% of the contract value, and the advance payment was paid over a period of 4 years. I think this is symbolic for the funding for that project. Continuously it was underfunded to provide sufficient financing to perform on site adequately. Secondly, we always had difficulties with the right-of-way. The right-of-way, the provision of the right-of-way is a sovereign task. It's not the contractor's task. As of today, for our section, 13.9 kilometers out of 21.9 kilometers, which is 61%, are not yet compensated. Yeah, so we did not have access to that stretch, which is more than half of the total stretch. So the project overaged. Yeah, we were hindered in working on the project at full swing, and then in 2023 we had to approach our employer, the Federal Ministry, for augmentations because of price increases over the years. As everybody can imagine, the unit rates, they were not sufficient anymore in 2023 to continue the works. And from then, we had to suspend. We discussed with Federal Ministry of Works while we could not conclude on a mutual agreement, and the project got stagnant and got terminated by Federal Ministry of Works. But we have agreed on mutual termination, so we're in that process of getting it terminated. The second question is going to be answered by Alhaji Kaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 10,000 staff, direct employment, and then we have indirect employment of about 150,000 staff, or let's say people. And then expatriates, we have 300 expatriates. The payment for the salaries is in Naira, and then for the expatriates, they are being paid from our subsidiary in Germany, which is Julius Berger International. Thank you.
Sorry. Is there any reason why why the discriminatory payment in salaries? I mean, is there, please, don't tell me no, please. You know, I want to know why you pay some workers. Let me just give an example. You are from Germany, yes?
Yes,
Every worker in Germany is paid in what?
euro.
Precisely. Every worker in Germany is paid in euro. So why do you pay some workers here in Nigeria in naira and paid some others in euro? That's the question. Why the discriminatory practice? Simple as that.
Well,
I mean, you can't do that in your country, can you?
well, noted.
This is a very important issue.
No problem, noted. We have to, Secretary, we have to work out with them the two projects we are going on oversight almost immediately by the time we are done. But let me say, the man that moved that motion, we kind of do a vote of thanks and also do a submission on behalf of the committee. So distinguished Senator Green.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Distinguished colleagues.